You're broke, you need a car, and the last thing you want is to waste your savings on a lemon that'll leave you stranded on the side of the road. But here's the good news. There are cars you can buy for under $6,500 that are so reliable they'll keep running long after fancier models have given up. These cars cost peanuts to maintain, have parts everywhere, and many of them are proven to hit 250,000 miles or more. Today, we're counting down the top 10 cheap cars that last forever, the broke-proof machines that mechanics trust and real drivers swear by. Stick with me, because the number one car is so durable, it's practically a cockroach on wheels. Number 10, Kia Soul, 2010 to 2013. Let's kick things off with the car everyone used to laugh at for looking like a toaster, the Kia Soul. But here's the thing. Beneath the quirky design is one of the toughest budget cars of the past 15 years. The Soul came with either a 1.6L or 2.0L engine, both of which are chain-driven, naturally aspirated, and blissfully simple. No turbo, no direct injection, no ticking time bombs. Owners regularly report 150,000 plus miles with minimal issues. Many are still on the road today with their original engines and transmissions. What about costs? The Soul averages about $437 per year in maintenance, which is less than what some people spend on coffee. Parts are everywhere because it shares its guts with the Kia Forte and Hyundai Accent. Need brake pads? That's $25. A used starter? $150. Yes, the early models had minor electrical hiccups and some base trims feel cheap inside. But if you're broke and just need a reliable ride, the Soul delivers. It's cheap, reliable, and doesn't take itself too seriously. Number 9, Mazda 3, 2010 to 2013. Most budget cars feel like punishment. They're dull, noisy, and built like appliances. The Mazda 3 is the exception, powered by either a 2.0-liter or 2.5-liter MZR engine. These cars easily reach 200,000 miles, sometimes more, without any drama. They cost around $433 a year to maintain. And because they share a platform with the Ford Focus, parts are plentiful and cheap. But here's what makes the Mazda 3 special. It's actually fun to drive. Tight steering, lively handling, and a chassis that feels far more premium than the price tag. And unlike older Mazdas, this generation fixed the rust problem, so clean underbodies are common even after years in snowy climates. In other words, you're broke, but you don't have to drive something boring. The Mazda 3 gives you reliability and personality in one package. Number 8, Honda Fit, 2009 to 2013. At number 8 is the Honda Fit, the little hatchback that refuses to die. In longevity studies, the Fit ranks number 1 for remaining lifespan among 10-year-old cars. It's totally normal to find Fits with 2,000 miles still running like new. The 1.5-liter engine with a timing chain just sips fuel and rarely needs more than fluids and filters. But here's the kicker. The Fit is tiny on the outside, yet surprisingly massive inside. With Honda's famous magic seats that fold, flip, and drop flat, it can haul bikes, furniture, or a full Costco run. Maintenance averages just $390 per year. The only complaints: cabin noise on highways and thin paint. But for broke buyers, that's background noise. The Fit is proof that small cars can last big miles. Number 7, Toyota Avalon, 2009 to 2012. Think luxury cars are money pits? Think again. The Toyota Avalon is basically a Lexus in disguise, and it quietly dominates every longevity chart. 22% of Avalons make it past 250,000 miles. That's 4 times the industry average. The secret weapon: Toyota's 3.5 LV6, which barely breaks a sweat on the highway. It's the same engine used in the Camry and Lexus RX. So parts are cheap and everywhere. Despite being a full-size luxury cruiser, maintenance averages just $463 per year. This means you can buy a car with heated leather, a backseat bigger than some living rooms, and Lexus-level comfort, all for the price of a used Corolla. The only downside: rear struts eventually leak, but at $200 a fix, it's hardly a deal breaker. Number 6. Toyota Camry, 2010 to 2011. Of course, the Toyota Camry makes this list. If reliability had a mascot, it would be this car. Over 90% of Camrys sold since the 90s are still on the road. More than 13% hit 250,000 miles or more. Annual upkeep, just $380. The 2.5-liter engine is chain-driven, stress-free, and paired with a 6-speed automatic that almost never fails. Ask any mechanic and they'll tell you. Camrys are boring to work on because nothing ever breaks. Sure, the steering is bland and the interior plastics aren't fancy, but when you're broke, reliability matters more than style points. Number 5. Honda Accord, 2008 to 2012. At number 5, the Honda Accord, the Camry's biggest rival. Over 16% of Accords from this era hit 250,000 miles or more. The 2.4-liter K-Series engine and the J35 V6 both regularly cross 300,000 miles with nothing but basic maintenance. Average upkeep is about $400 per year. The Accord is also bigger and sportier than the Camry, giving you more interior space and a slightly more engaging drive. The only common complaint is cosmetic. Sunbelt cars often suffer from fading paint or peeling clear coat. Mechanically, they're nearly bulletproof. Number 4. Toyota Prius, 2008 to 2013. If saving money is your number one priority, the Toyota Prius is unbeatable. Many run well past 300,000 miles, and cab fleets around the world use them until they drop. Maintenance averages just $408 per year. Thanks to regenerative braking and a simple planetary transmission with very few moving parts, fuel economy is insane, 45 to 50 mpg in real-world driving. What about hybrid batteries? Toyota sold millions of these, so replacement packs, inverters, and even full drivetrains are cheap and easy to find today. If you want to save money on both fuel and repairs, the Prius is the king of thrift. Number 3. Honda Civic, 2009 to 2012. It looks ordinary, but don't underestimate the Honda Civic. Civics from this era have a 7.2% chance of reaching 250,000 miles, one of the highest rates for compact cars. Maintenance costs average just $368 a year, basically lunch money for most people. Because Honda sold millions, parts are dirt cheap and everywhere. The Civic's 1.8-liter engine and 5-speed auto were built for one thing: minimal stress and maximum lifespan. Even with 180,000 miles, clean Civics still sell fast because buyers know they've got years left. Number 2. Toyota Corolla, 2010 to 2013. If the Camry is the mascot of reliability, the Toyota Corolla is its spiritual leader. 90% of Corollas sold in the past decade are still on the road today. Nearly 8% push past 250,000 miles. Annual maintenance costs? Just $362, among the cheapest of any car in existence. The secret is mechanical minimalism. A simple 1.8 chain-driven engine, no turbo, no direct injection, no gimmicks, just old-school engineering that doesn't quit. Even high-mileage Corollas still pull strong demand because everyone knows they'll go another 100K without drama. Number 1. Corolla versus Civic, the tie for the throne. And that brings us to number 1. I could give the crown to the Corolla. I could give it to the Civic. But honestly, both deserve it. They're cheap to buy, cheap to run, and cheap to fix. They both routinely surpass 200,000 to 300,000 miles. And they both have parts availability so wide, you could probably rebuild one in your driveway with junkyard spares. If you're broke and just need a car you can trust, the Corolla and Civic are your best bet, period. So there you have it, the top 10 cheap cars that last forever. From the quirky Kia Soul to the indestructible Corolla and Civic, these cars prove you don't need deep pockets to own something reliable. If you had $6,000 in your pocket right now, which of these cars would you buy? Drop your pick in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more insider car breakdowns. Up next, the 10 best used luxury sedans that won't bankrupt you after warranty.